I'm meteorologist Peter Chan at the National Weather Service for Alaska statewide weather on this Wednesday, October 26th. And this Wednesday afternoon, we're watching a fairly strong low pressure system located out over the western northwestern Gulf. And there is a frontal system extending east of it up in through the Panhandle. It has produced some heavier snow on up through areas of the Klondike Highway. A winter storm warning remains in effect until 10 p.m. this Wednesday evening. For the Klondike Highway above 1,500 feet, this really doesn't include Skagway, but more like White Pass, which could end up with as much as 6 to 9 inches of snow total from this system. The snow that fell yesterday afternoon and overnight produced as much as 7 to 11 inches of snowfall in the northwestern Kenai Peninsula around Sterling, Soldotna, and Kenai. Since then, skies have partially cleared, and we're just getting another push of colder air wrapping in around this low pressure that's sitting out over the northwestern Gulf. And those stronger winds are creating high winds along areas of the Alaska Peninsula, including places like Cold Bay, False Pass, and Sand Point have seen winds gusting this Wednesday afternoon up around 60 miles an hour, and that high wind warning will be allowed to expire at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Otherwise, we do anticipate another low to eventually work its way across the lower Bering just north of the Aleutian Chain on Friday, and then reemerge out into the northern Gulf as we go through the weekend. And that'll bring another push of wind and precipitation to along the Gulf Coast, especially the Panhandle, later on this weekend. Overall, though, we do anticipate this pattern to persist for trick-or-treaters. It's going to be a cold Halloween, and the cold temperatures are expected to continue through the first week at least of November. No real change in the overall pattern is anticipated. And as a result, when you get that sort of colder pattern, the bulk of the precipitation that will fall, which is expected to average above normal across the mainland, especially along and north of the Alaska Range on up through much of the length of the Yukon Valley, is expected to average above normal. So with the colder temperature regime in place, we expect it to be mainly snow for non-coastal areas. So keep that in mind. No breaks here from the early taste of winter. For Alaska statewide weather, I'm Peter